Today's Sunshine Note is titled, "What's Your Story?" But he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. Have you ever heard those people who come to speak for a chapel or Vesper service and tell powerful stories about how God saved them from the depths of despair? That seemed to be all I heard growing up. Stories about people following Satan and the world. Then, wham! God rescued them and immediately turned them into perfect Christians. How was I ever going to witness to someone? I hadn't killed anyone, or had premarital sex, or taken drugs, or drunk alcohol. Sure, I had sinned, but just little things, like yelling at my brother and refusing to clean my room. Likewise, I certainly had not survived a near-death experience where I had met the hand of God or an angel. I had just been living my life, going to school, attending church services. Nothing exciting or witness-worthy. I mean, who would want to listen to such a boring testimony? That used to really frustrate me. It was as if everyone was telling me that I had to have this horrendous sin that I finally relinquished to God in order to share the good news effectively. So what if you're like me, and you don't have a spectacular story to tell? It took me a while, but I finally realized that I was missing the whole point. I had to look deeper to understand that it was not what the person did or even who they had become since then. The point was that God cared enough to love them, and He was using them to fulfill His plans. Regardless of what little or big sins I have committed, because in God's eyes any sin is sin, God can and will use me as a witness for Him. When I am nervous, His knowledge will put words in my mouth. When I am angry and lash out, His wisdom can focus me back on Him. When I am weak, His power is strong. As long as I allow Him to change my heart and live through me, His amazing glory will prevail in everything. And just think what a powerful testimony that will be. But He said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." 2 Corinthians 12:9. May God bless you today.